Do you struggle with the belief that you're not a good writer? Well, you're not alone. Charles Bukowski was quoted as saying, "Bad writers tend to have self-confidence, while the good ones have self-doubt." Today we're going to talk about some strategies to lower your good writer benchmark and how to get into your personal writing sweet spot. Hi there, Derek Ralston here with more tips to make you a productive writer. Alright, let's get right into the topic for today. You think that you're not a good writer. You think that your writing doesn't measure up. Maybe someone told you that you weren't a good writer before, or you compared your own writing to someone else's and you judged yourself and said your writing is inadequate. The problem now is that you've told yourself, "I'm not a good writer," so many times that it's become a limiting belief and led to self-doubt in your own writing abilities. You think your problem is that you don't measure up, but the real problem is you're setting your bar too high. And the reality is, a benchmark is something arbitrary, so you can choose whatever you want to set it at. This is a really empowering concept because it means you can set your benchmark to one that you know that you're going to hit every single day. What if I told you to play a game of tennis against Serena Williams right now? She's going to kick your butt. Would you feel bad about it afterwards? Of course not. So why would you do the same thing with your writing? Stephen King is an amazing writer. Not only amazing, but he's prolific. He's written over 59 novels and he clocks in about 2,000 words per day. So Stephen King is exactly the kind of writer that you don't want to set your benchmark against. Instead of setting your benchmark to Stephen King's 2,000 words a day, why not set your benchmark down to 50 words per day, or even 10 minutes on your evening commute? You know that playing a game of tennis against Serena Williams is not going to be very fun. But what if you played a game against Hal down the street and he's only 5% better than you are? This would be a lot more fun, and you might hit what's called flow state, where you're neither overstressed and you're neither bored. You're in this kind of sweet spot. You can do the same with your writing. By setting an appropriate benchmark, you increase the odds that you'll get into a flow state. After you've lowered your writing benchmark, how do you go about actually getting better as a writer? Well, deliberate practice is the best way that I know of. Imagine you are a basketball player trying to improve your free throw. What would you do? You just practice free throws for a while. Same thing applies with writing. You can just practice a certain style of writing and you can get better at that. The important thing here is to get feedback. So publishing a blog post, sharing on social media, joining a meetup group. These are different ways that you can get feedback. Another way you can practice deliberately is to study the work of your favorite authors and try to reproduce in their style to step outside of your own writing comfort zone. I set my writing bar ridiculously low at only 50 words a day. It's something I can always hit, and I'm getting better because I'm shipping new blog posts and I'm getting feedback. Key takeaways. Number one, you set your benchmark too high. Try setting it lower to something that you'll be able to hit every single time. Number two, after you set your benchmark lower, you're more likely to get into a state of flow. So instead of playing tennis against Serena Williams, you'll be playing it against your buddy Hal. Number three, becoming a better writer takes deliberate practice. Try studying the work of your favorite writers and try to write in their style to push yourself outside your comfort zone. And number four, just show up every day. That's half the battle in overcoming self-doubt. Be sure to check out the full blog post in this video description and subscribe to the channel if you want more writing productivity tips.